There's a really great feeling about being in Paris at this event. It's different than anything else I ever go to, because the guys here, they're so genuinely thankful that you've come over from England to do it, that you feel that you've really done something special for them. So it really does make it worth it. Well, I live in England, so, I mean, because I'm doing Merlin, which is obviously for BBC and films in England, I've lived in England since the start of that. And I love Ireland, and I desperately want to go home and to do work at home. But for some reason, I'm not believable as an Irish person, I think. Oh, yeah. The accent notwithstanding, which sort of moves, I grant you. But I would love to do something at home. You know, the country which has such amazing cultural heritage of films and books and music. And I grew up with it. I want to, you know, I want to be part of it. You know, as an actor, you go where the work is, and all you want to do as an actor is to do good work. Right. And so if the good work films in, you know, New Caledonia, you go to New Caledonia, you know, and if something happens to film in Ireland, all the more better. But I'm happy in England for the minute. Again, it's where you go where the work is. I mean, America's doing amazing TV series right now. I mean, astonishing stuff. I mean, we talked about Game of Thrones, and, you know, they made The West Wing, which is one of my favorites. And I want to do an American show that films in Ireland. Look at that. Just look, it would be the best of the both worlds, wouldn't it?
It would be the best.
It would be. So what's happening now, and which is why Labyrinth is so great, is you started to get these production companies that do co-productions, these big European co-productions. So Tandem with Labyrinth and World Without End and Pillars of the Earth have done these, you know, series that draw from all over Europe. And what's great about that is you get actors and crew and stuff from all the different countries. So I, as an actor, get exposed to all these people who, because I don't speak German or because I don't speak Spanish or Italian, I wouldn't have really much knowledge of. And they're so talented, and it sort of opens your eyes to the wealth of talent that is out there in Europe. And it takes a show like Labyrinth to bring it all together. And the more of those that they do, I think the better it is for everybody. I'd like to think so. I mean, it's great because my brother produced it. It's an animation short. And I don't know if you know that Ireland has a very good history of animation shorts. And so we've got a really great sort of infrastructure there and support for that. And the Irish Film Board has funded this one. And it's a short story it's actually all magical again, about an Irish banshee. I'm voicing it in Irish and English, and I don't speak Irish, so that was an interesting day. I'm recording it in the booth, and there's a girl sitting down in the corner basically saying it in Irish, and I'm just repeating it like a parrot. But acting it as well, obviously. No, I mean, it's not a will, it's just they're great roles. But also, I think right now there is, like we were talking about, a resurgence of sort of that medieval fantasy, escapism TV. I mean, Labyrinth isn't the only one, Merlin isn't the only one, Game of Thrones isn't the only one. There's so much stuff coming out all about that. And I think it's just sort of, it's the mood of the moment. And, you know, you could say the same to Iman. He's been in Game of Thrones and he's been in this, and he's like, is this what you're doing? And you're going, no, you just choose the role. The role happens to be in a medieval time, but you're not thinking about that. You're not thinking, oh, I want to do another medieval costume drama. You're thinking, I want to play this part. And this part could be set in space, and you'd still want to play it.